Okay, so it's all mixed up and I don't see any crystals of cedral acetate. So what's the performance of this perfume? Surely it's not like nothing like Baccarat 540, and I'm trying to be very transparent. It's not that I will tell you something which is not. So basically what we're doing now is adding a bit of tones to it. It is quite aquatic. It's aqua family. Yes, I can smell amber in it, but it's in the background the way I want it. And I can smell the jasmine. And yes, it performs in that way, but not like it has its own personality, it has its own character. So it's not like Baccarat 540 at all. There can be so many reasons, you know. One of the reasons is basically the imbalance of the whole recipe, by not using Hedion and then using a bit of Hedion and then using jasmine in a high quantity, and you know, there's so many factors involved, so you can change. It needs to be perfect to a percentage of whatever you know, synthetics are used. So synthetics also are not bad. For example, Hedion smells like jasmine, but it's a synthetic molecule that is made in a lab. So you can't beat that. That's my point. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give some character. I'm gonna make a total different perfume oil and see where it gets us. So the one I'm using now, it's just very small quantities of LME, and you can see that. So these are the ones, like I call them the tones, and I create some kind of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 drops, and it's gives a character, but it goes away very fast, so it's kind of a top knot. Few drops of balsam pure. I would rather use labdanum in this case, because labdanum is safe to use because there's a lot of amber in it, and so geranium. Well, what geranium does, it has a lot of smell of rose. I mean, if you do some tweaks to it, so you can have a very close rose effect in perfumery. I've used the natural rose oil in it, but I'm using a bit of geranium as well, just few drops. So it's 2 or 3 drops of geranium. These are natural oils. I just use them for personal reason. You don't need to use it, but by doing so, the selection I've chosen, it gives a character to the whole perfume. So I'm looking for something balsamic, and I found so it's birch tar. So be careful with it, and it's, you can call it a brother of labdanum. So they don't mix, they take ages to mix, but I'm gonna take this risk, and because I'm going to use this as the oil ATTAR. If you use these oils for making ATTARs are basically luxury perfume oils, but they are not perfume. They are purely oils, and they place on body as oils, you know, they don't put as a spray. They are, obviously, if you do some research, you'll find out in Middle East very common, in India and Pakistan. So you can see the birch is mixing. Okay, so I'm going to use some camphor white, but just few drops. This one has a smell of like very menthol kind of thing, but it's not menthol obviously. So I just few drops I've used. Be careful when you use these kind of things, they can ruin everything else, you know. So you need to know your limits. So it's more than 1000 ml, so I'm safe to use in drops. What it does, it gives a bit of a tone in the background,